Yo, what up, guys? We're gonna be covering chapter 1153 of One Piece. So, jump right in. So, we kind of start off the chapter, right? Because, of course, we do with every chapter that Oda releases. We have to have a nice cover spread. 1153's cover spread, aka Volume 37, is Yamato sort of reuniting with Kikunojo and the Daimyo, um, and the Daimyo Ringo, as well as Bascho. I think, if I recall, he um according to the last chapters, he saved a bunch of people, beat a bunch of the leftover stragglers, like who's who. Yeah, so this volumes of cover art is pretty interesting. It's getting interesting, but I do feel like I said, like in an older video covering it, like an older chapter. I took a bit of a break covering chapters One Piece, but yeah, it's been going on a bit, but it's pretty good. Like the art. All right, so we jump right in into a flashback, like as what last chapter alluded to with Loki. Dory and Broggy shared a wild childhood with Harold, the Prince of Elbaf. Okay, so Harold is about the same age, or younger as Prince Harold, which is insane. Okay, born into the bloodline of the ancient giants, the prince possessed a colossal body, monstrous strength, and high status. He grew into an arrogant and unruly rogue that no one could rein in. Okay? That sounds like Loki. I wonder why they're treating Loki like that. Okay, so here's a dude with horns on a ship. What a bore! Everyone outside Elbaf is pathetically weak and puny. Ain't that right, guys? Exactly, Saya. It's just as you say. I guess we got a bunch of ass kissers, I guess. Kissing kissing his ass. The Kingdom of Boont, New World. Come on, come all. Standing 10 meters tall, each of her steps is an earthquake. Her roar is thunder itself. She's one of the world's elusive giants, hailing all the way from Elbaf. Take a gander at Ida. Roar. Okay, people are running away. Yeah, roar. Whoa. Get away from the cage, it's dangerous. Bro, she looks like the least intimidating giant. I think this is more like her playing the show, but it sucks that she's basically a slave to a ringmaster in a circus. Pretty common in these type of things. Oh, okay. Seems like I think this is Loki. It seems like Loki says it takes balls to turn one of us giants into a roadside attraction. But ha 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 ha. Yeah, ha 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 ha. They were fools to mock Elbaf. We sure showed them after he basically destroyed that city. And she says, "Who are you? No need to thank me. I'm the king of Elbaf. I couldn't just sit back and wait while they slighted my homeland." Oh, she slapped King Harold. Your Majesty, King Harold. He looks all shocked, like, huh? No way. Turn the ship around. You need to apologize. A lot of people got hurt. Are you crazy? You want to go back to that puny dog kingdom? You want me to rough you up, King Harold? They took me in and gave me work after finding me adrift at the brink of death. Thanks to their kindness, I was able to earn enough to eat and recover from my injuries. Little dolls? What the hell is that supposed to mean? You just happen to be born big. Your strength is a quirk of fate. Don't kid yourself into thinking you're better than humans, you arrogant disgrace. This kind of crap is why all other giants are always lumped in with you Elbaf savages. I was just born big. King Harold, are we setting sail? What are you guys spacing out for, huh? Help them rebuild, you imbeciles, the miniature model city of theirs. Yes, sir. Their construction and techniques are completely different. We'll teach you some stuff for when you get back to Elbaf. Your use of spices is something too. I've never eaten anything with this much flavor before. And the quality of your fabrics, they're so sophisticated. Humans are sure good with their hands. It looks like King Harold's kind of adorably playing with a bunch of kids in his arm. Look at this. Look at it like this, King Harold. The destruction of anything in this world is a waste. I was born on Samuwani Island in the South Blue. One thing led to another, and I ended up on these seas. You went over the blood-soaked serpent? Are you talking about the red line? Yeah, well, I did, but I can't go back now. Okay, so this it seems like there's another island called Samuwanai in the South Blue that I'm guessing holds like these other tribes of giants because as we recall while reading these chapters, Elbaf isn't the only island with giants you know, in them. It's just that Elbaf has the most known and the most savage of them, apparently. Come to Elbaf. We're not as savage as you think. Yeah, maybe. I judged you too harshly. King Harold has really changed. It's kind of creepy. Hopefully, it's just a phase. Elbaf 105 years ago. Up until now, we've committed countless sins, and it's time we atone for them. What's wrong with you, King Harold? With you, Harold? As king, I intend to frequently travel overseas. I hope to extend a hand of reconciliation to our neighbors and learn from their cultures. Our land can become more prosperous if we learn from the world. Tori, Bragi, and the others will never stop running wild. Wah ha ha ha. Oh, he's talking about their giants. Their giant pirates. I'll go way back with those two. They have always had an unusual disposition. They've never failed to treat humans fairly and honorably, which is true. We saw that in Little Garden. They're good dudes. And everybody's like, that's true. We can still hold on to our warrior ways, right? We may have to reconsider some traditions if other countries feel threatened. Zah, ba, ba, ba. What a change, Bojaja. There's a tumultuous journey ahead. Harold is no. Elbaf is blessed. Say, we exchange diplomats with other nations. We can build a deeper cultural understanding. I see. So it's a fancy like a fancy hostage deal. That's not it at all. People need to forge connections. Otherwise, international cooperation is impossible. Okay, it seems like King Harold figured out diplomacy for the first time in his life. And, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Diplomats, I guess you would, they're like, they do that nowadays in the future. So that he's pretty much ahead of his time in terms of like the way kingdoms do and the way we do it nowadays, where we send diplomats to other countries, have build embassies, where we teach people about where people get to experience other people's cultures in like a controlled as environment, and where they learn about their culture too. Elbaf, 81 years later, Eastern Fishing Village. You finally had the baby? Ida, Harold, congratulations. Seems like Ida became Harold's wife. Thank you. Ida and I, unfortunately, we can't recognize your marriage. Only pure blood can be permitted within the royal family. Damn it, forgive me, Ida. All these issues boil down to culture or feelings alone won't change things. You're always welcome into our village, Ida. Isn't that great, Harujin? At least you can stay near your papa. Gah. Oh, okay. So, Ida was Harujin's mother. And then this other lady we see here. Harold, meet your future bride. Lady Istrid carries the noble blood of ancient giants. She is a woman truly fit to become queen. I am a student of the earth wind arts. I was born in Alcohol Village in the north. I am fated to love you for the rest of my life. Forget about that Eastern woman and her bastard. Oh no, that's okay. Now I see. Now we see why there's tensions between Hajrudin and Loki. Loki was, I guess, meant to be the actual next in line to the kingdom because he actually has ancient giant blood like his father, while Hajrudin doesn't, which is kind of sad. The energies are aligned to the east. This won't do it all. The king spirit is making out. Quick, shut the windows. What? And that mirror is positioned in a lethal 5-star configuration. Dispose of it. Okay, this lady is already kind of annoying. But she's like one of those astrology girls. I don't know what. Midasura, the force of good fortune. It's a fine steed worthy of your majesty. Consider it a gift from my family. It's sure to bring you good fortune. It's huge. Why does it have 8 legs? Yep, just like Odin's steed and one of Loki's children. I forgot the name. Starts with like S, right? Slipnir, right? There we go. Yeah, I was right. What guessing? It's Sleipnir, just like Odin's actual egg-legged horse, Sleipnir. Guards, take all the jewels and gold to my room. Okay, this lady's very vanish, like has a lot of vanity and extremely gold diggy. The king's vicinity should be focused on energies of earth and wind. Also, inform the servants that from today onward, the king and I will take our meals on silver platters. Isn't that just an indulgence? Yeah, this lady is very different from Ida, bro. Ida was a better wife, in my opinion. Even 70 years ago, age, the rough seas still made travel difficult between islands. Elbaf's advanced navigation techniques intrigued other countries. There is a star which never moves called the Pole Star. Oh, really? King Harold, you met the fishmen? Yep, it's about time I even saw. It's about time I even saw mermaids. Their people carry the blood of the ocean. In their country, a prince was born by the name of Neptune. Okay, it's interesting. New lore, Prince Neptune. And it wasn't just fishmen and mermen around. The sea creatures themselves were coming together in jubilation. Wow. And then we jump again. 63 years ago, Oost Castle, Elbaf, while King Harold was overseas. Okay, so the queen gave birth to finally Loki. Congratulations, my queen. It's a healthy baby boy. His name is Loki. I spoke with the king about it. Let me get a good look at my son's face. And there we go. He has like dark eyes, which make him look pretty ominous. And she felt disgusted. Yeah, it's horrid, Your Highness. It's freaking me out. What is that? That thing can't possibly be mine. Well, it is. You and King Harold have ancient giant blood. That's what happens when you mix the blood that heavily. You're gonna get someone really close to ancient giants, which is what Loki is. He's probably the closest to, in terms of genetics, to an ancient giant than most other giants. Your Highness, please calm down. Tell the king it was a stillbirth. This is utterly unacceptable. Ah, but a cute Loki. He did not deserve this, man. Dude, they make like no. Luffy was right, bro, about Loki, bro. Loki wasn't a bad person. The circumstances of his birth and his childhood, cursed. Just look at it. It's a monster. When the Prince of Elbaf stretched his arm into the air, no one was there to take those small hands in theirs. Stop, Your Highness. Your Highness, stop this. What? That's the prince. It is said the most unfortunate souls are rejected from birth by their own mother. He threw him off a goddamn cliff. Yeah, this lady, I don't like her at all. She's a bitch. A huge ass bitch. Fuck her. Like, dead ass, guys. Not only should you not be surprised that your baby looks like an ancient giant, like really close to an ancient giant, you should not be. Throwing your baby off a fucking cliff is disgusting, bro. This lady is absolutely fucking horrid. It's no wonder, I think King Harold probably rejected her. Listen to me, no child was born today. I forbid you from telling anybody. Where are you going? I'm returning to my village. I never want to give birth again. Your Highness, Captain, it's coming from the realm of the dead. The realm of the dead. What about it? And it looks like Loki survived and he's climbing. Ooh. Dispose of the child. Becoming clear this was foretold long before it came into the world. It is said that King Harold will someday be slain by his own son. Enough with this talk. Meanwhile, Harold struggled against the walls of diplomacy. Blocked by the world government again. Why can't countries just be free? Well, that's what happens when you let one organization dictate all the rules of diplomacy. When all the countries, like for example, if we gave the UN that much control over all laws, countries would never be free because then they'd be they wouldn't be able to like trade or come up with their own deals and stuff if that was the case. Which is what makes the UN, the way it's structured, pretty good compared to the world government. The world government is more of an oppressive force more than anything. He's your little brother. Don't you want to see the little guy? If he's not your kid, Mom, then there's no way I'll call him little brother. See, this is why Ida's so much better, bro, than Esther, bro. Fuck that bitch. Ida's a great mom. Oh, sweetie, you're so cute even when you say such awful things. Hydruden is pretty cool. And, you know, as Loki's climbing up, the wind killed a bear. Soon after, Queen Esther collapsed due to ill health. Well, I think her own like lunacy over her babies would cause that. From then on, every misfortune that struck Hellbath was chalked up to Loki's curse. See, now that's the end of the chapter. Now that's fucked up, okay? First off, it's not Loki's fault at all that the way he was born, right? The way he looked like. This bitch Estrid cannot be surprised that her son looks like extremely like an ancient giant when literally that's why they were married. That's why she was like put in a political marriage with Harold, because they both carried the blood of ancient giants. She probably carried a little bit. Harold probably carried more of it, and so Loki probably took as like the most genetic feedback coming from the ancient giants than most other giants. And that probably, now that makes sense why he covers his eyes with the bandages. He doesn't want to scare people. Uh, Deep down, all Loki wanted was to be accepted by everybody, you know, and to be cruelly rejected by your own mother. Have like this whole fucking fairy tale bullshit destiny thing saying you're gonna kill your father, and then every bad thing that happens to your country is your fault. It would drive a man insane. It would force a man like Loki to act the way he did, to like just have a disdain for the world and for anybody, really. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oda cooked with this chapter, guys. Um, he really did really well showing us the cruelty of Estrid. Estrid's a bitch, by the way. She's a horrible mother. That lady, she died, but like for all I'm concerned, she deserved that death for trying to murder her child. Regardless of how your child looks like, it's still your child. Regardless of anything, bro. It's fucked up. Dude, I never thought that Oda would be able to do it, but yeah, you were wrong about Loki from like day one. Loki is a good person. He's not a bad person at all. He was a person of circumstance, and it further proves Luffy being able to read people really well, right? Luffy being able to tell people's true nature just by looking at them and interacting them with whatever little time, which is probably why Luffy was so insistent on letting him free, because Luffy knew Loki wasn't as this bad guy, and the whole picture of him that he's this rebellious tyrant murderer is wrong. Now I'm starting to think he didn't actually kill his father. His father probably died in some unfortunate way, and it was pinned on Loki and Loki's curse. And again, and I guess Loki. This is a thought process. This is like an inference. And my guess is that the reason why they chained up Loki is because Loki lost his shit from losing his father, and he started going on a rampage. And they stopped him and locked him up because of that. But anyways, this chapter was great. 1153. There's gonna be a break next week, so there's most likely not gonna be One Piece reading chapter next week, but there will be more anime related chapters on my channel for those that are interested and that will be. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video, and yeah, 8 out of 10 chapter. Remember, guys, if you guys enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe, and buenas noches, buenos dias y buenas tardes, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks.